If she never texts or calls you first, let me tell you something. That's not an accident. That's a decision. And the way you respond to that decision will determine one of two things. Either she begins to respect you, or she slowly starts to replace you. Welcome to Psych Deep. Today we're breaking down exactly what you should do when she never initiates contact. And hear me on this. Every step in this video is going to guard your pride, your peace, and your precious time. Number 1. Don't pay for silence with effort. Here's the trap most guys fall into. She stays quiet, so you panic, and you overcompensate. You text good morning, you ask how her day is going, you call when she doesn't answer, you push, thinking she'll eventually appreciate your persistence. Wrong. Every time you trip over yourself to fill her silence, you teach her that your energy comes at zero cost, that she doesn't have to show up because you'll do all the heavy lifting for both of you. And let's face it, human beings never truly value what they never had to earn. Think of it like this. If a friend mooches off you for coffee every single day, at first he says thanks, but give it 2 months, he doesn't thank you anymore. He expects it. That's what happens when you constantly chase a woman who doesn't reach out. So the first step is simple but tough. Stop rewarding silence. Don't fill the gap. Let the gap speak for itself. Because when you've always been dependable noise and suddenly you're quiet, silence starts sounding very loud. And that silence shifts the dynamic fast. Number 2. Mirror her effort. Relationships are like reflections. If you lean forward while the mirror leans back, the image breaks. She calls, you call. She texts, you text. She invests, you reflect it right back. But when she chooses silence, do not break it just to prove your loyalty. Loyalty to what? A one-sided conversation? This is where men confuse genuine interest with desperate overcompensation. Interest is fine. Overcompensation, that's just insecurity dressed up as romance. Think of it like a dance. If one partner is grooving and the other's frozen like a statue, that's not a dance, it's a comedy sketch. But when two people move in rhythm, that's flow. That's chemistry. So when you match energy, one of two things happens. If she really is into you, she notices the balance and steps up. If she's not, her lack of investment becomes painfully obvious. Either way, you get the truth, and that beats confusion every day of the week. Number 3. Take back emotional control. Let's be real. How many times have you sat staring at your phone waiting? Every ping, every vibration, every ... typing bubble. Your entire mood rises and falls on whether she replies. That's not unhealthy. That's giving away your emotional steering wheel to someone who's not even driving the connection. So stop. Redirect that energy back into yourself. Work out, build skills, dive into your career, laugh with friends, read, live. Because here's the fun twist. The second you stop orbiting around her, the gravitational pull flips. She starts wondering why you're suddenly centered, why you're not chasing. Curiosity grows. But even if she never reaches out, you win. Because instead of rotting in anxiety over delayed texts, you've poured into yourself. Your emotions should never be chained to her keyboard. You're not a hostage to blue bubbles. You're a man with purpose. Number 4. Let distance create value. Here's a fact. Nobody misses what never goes away. If you're endlessly available at the push of a button, there's no chance for her to appreciate your presence. Absence sharpens value. Think about your favorite food. If you eat it every day, it becomes boring. But give it a month, and suddenly you crave it again. Same logic here. When you stop flooding her with attention, one of two things will happen. She realizes your presence isn't guaranteed and she starts reaching out, or she doesn't even notice, which means she was never truly invested anyway. Either way, You just saved yourself months of emotional limbo. Number 5, test her interest. If you're unclear on where you stand, here's the simplest way. Run the test. No games, no manipulation, just stop carrying 100% of the connection. Stop sending the daily texts. Stop making every single plan. Stop being the one to check in, and wait. If she cares, she will notice. She will call, she will text, she will show effort. If she doesn't, then her silence is your loud, honest answer. And yes, that truth may sting, but it's better than wasting more time praying for effort that was never coming. Number 6, raise your standards. Here's where it all comes together. If you keep clinging to someone who invests nothing, the problem isn't her anymore. It's you. It's the bar you've set for yourself. A man who respects himself does not beg for attention. He doesn't settle for scraps and call them meals. He doesn't confuse crumbs with commitment. Raising your standards means this. You stop chasing the people who don't chase you back. You stop making excuses for apathy. You stop lowering yourself just to keep someone who doesn't value you. And here's the beautiful part. When you raise your standards, you don't lose women. You filter them. The wrong ones fade. The right ones lean in. And the right woman, she won't leave you guessing. She'll show up, she'll invest, she'll match your energy effortlessly because she actually values you. So let's end with the truth, plain and clear. If she never calls or texts first, don't chase.